Coming to you live, it's the Auto Hub Show with Ian and Jeff. Here we go.
Hola. What?
Hello there again. This is Jeff Polo and
This is Ian.
from the Auto Hub Show, coming to you from NADA 2023 here in Dallas, Texas. And I have to throw in a good y'all because us Canadian folk, we don't say that there. And so joining us at this little segment here, we have a personal hero of mine. I've been following him for quite a long time. He's a former, who knows what, but a GM, a dealer partner in a new car franchise. Opened up his own little used car lot in New Orleans. Bruce Miller, Miller Motors, thanks for coming.
Thank you. Glad to be on the show. Glad to meet you in person. You know, we've been following each other on social media, you and Ian, and just happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to meet you because it's a real pleasure. And can you tell us a little bit about your story?
It's a long story.
All right, short and long story.
I was started in a business as a young kid, high school dropout, 20 years old. Made my way up to, before I was 40, to be a managing partner of 2 stores in my hometown. I say in my hometown because that's a proud thing. Normally, some people have to like leave to go take an opportunity.
Sure.
And as the pandemic was hitting, my partnership was ended, and I wanted to remain an owner, you know, and I felt it was the will of God, you know, like I felt like that's what I wanted to do. And I just stuck to my guns, had faith in God through a pandemic, through a cancer coming back, through a bunch of adversities, opened up my own used car lot. Now have 2 used car lots. One of my lots sold 727 cars last year, 62 cars a month. Started from scratch. I had no banks, no inventory, no nothing. I had 14 banks, $1.8 million of inventory, and just, you know, living a dream. It's easy to say now, like, oh man, he's a successful guy, but there was a lot of dark moments along the way. Believing in God, keep pressing forward, and I'm thankful to, you know, be here, you know, and enjoying life.
Well, you know, that it really is the story. It's really a good story about the car business because so much of it is full of people that are, look at how many we sold, look at what we did, look at what I did, look at this and this. But you started it. You came from nothing. And well, you came from nothing as a 20-year-old selling cars, and it built into something. And some people's dream is a partnership.
Yeah.
And
yeah, any business, whether you're a lawyer, a doctor, you want to get to a managing partner role. So I was fortunate enough to get that opportunity, and I thought that was like the happiest moment of my life. I thought that was the pinnacle. It was amazing, but little did I know, God had more for me. It took me like taking a loss. It took me being terminated. It took me being middle of the pandemic. All my friends are making the most money they ever made in their life. I don't have a job. Nobody's really looking for, you know, I got these job offers on the table, but they're good income, but not the right position, not the right. And I trusted God, and I said, man, I'm gonna bet on myself. I went to go work for an independent lot, making 20% of what I was making before. So all my knowledge, I was like, well, I don't know nothing about independent lots. If I'm gonna open a lot, let me go work for somebody. And that gentleman's lot was selling 20 cars a month. Within 90 days, we were averaging 45 cars a month, added some banks. And at that point in time, I said, man, I can do this, you know? And then I started putting the plan together to open up my own lot. And that gentleman asked me to purchase a percent of, 25% of his business to continue to help him. I opened up my lot 2 miles down the road. We have a great partnership. So I have 2 businesses that's thriving. 2022 was my best year professionally, you know, and it's awesome to say that now. But like I said, getting there it took faith, you know. A lot of people could say, but believe in God and say this and have faith. I'm not trying to make this a religious podcast, but it's a different story when you actually have to live it. It's a different story when you actually have to grind, you know. And I'm proud of what I accomplished. I'm saying, so I think the future is bright. You know, I have plans and dreams to open up multiple more used car lots. You know, maybe get an opportunity to purchase a new car franchise. But things are going really well.
Congratulations. What advice would you have for someone who's maybe wants to get into the car business, wants to own their own dealership one day, or maybe is struggling and needs some inspiration?
Well, when you have sustained stints of success in your life in a business, and this business is kind of like unrelenting. Sometimes people work for people and there's no target. Just push, go, and you like work, and no matter what gross you put up, what sales numbers you put up, you're not accomplishing nothing because the people you work for are not laying clear targets. So I would say, like, as yourself, you should you should count your wins. Okay. And when you have sustained sense of success, you should have a knowledge of yourself and who you are. And don't worry about nobody else or what they say. And when you know what you're worth, you get that and no less. You don't work for less. Don't put yourself in a position to where you're a slave to that paycheck. Make sure you get what you're worth. Bet on yourself, and take. When somebody's looking for a job, you've been in a car business, you're looking for a job. Take the job with the most potential. Don't take the easiest job. Take the job where if I bring my talents and I turn this around, I'm gonna make the biggest paycheck. The guy in the movies who gets the pretty girl, he has to slay the dragon. So go take the job that gives you an opportunity to slay the dragon. If you say you good, then go be good. If you say you can do all this, then go do it. That's kind of like what I did. I thought to myself, I said, man, I think I can do this. And it's easy to say now because it's like a success, but man, it was a couple of dark nights along the way trying to get there. A couple of times in the middle of it, cancer came back, had a surgery. They cut me from the middle of my chest down to my belly button, removed the tumor. I'm in a hospital following up with a real piece of real estate I made an offer on.
Right.
Some friends that were going to invest with me. Hey, can I put the money in the account? I'm in a hospital, and I had to keep pressing. And, right now feel great. My health is great. Business is great. And so my advice to somebody is like, man, when you figure out what you're worth, get every penny of it.
Fantastic. And obviously stick with it no matter what.
No matter what. Yeah. Believe. You people around you may not believe in you. But if you get an idea, I think that some kind of like goals and things like that, God places those in our heart. And if you believe that you can do something, that's God nudging you and saying, man, I think you can do it too. But you gotta press.
Right. Yeah, there's no shortcut to success, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I think you got to believe you can slay the dragon. I'm reading your all gas, no brakes. No. I think you want to succeed, slay the dragon.
Yeah, I want the fight. I want the biggest challenge. I'm not afraid of it. Like I said, if you slay the dragon, you get all the riches, you get the pretty girl, you get everything. But you gotta sharpen your sword, and you gotta be ready.
Terrific. Well, thank you so much. Before we go and say goodbye to you, I want to acknowledge our hosts here at Rapid Recon for letting us use their booth and for sitting in this very busy corner. Thank you so much. A pleasure to meet you in person. We're going to have you on the show on a Monday morning.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to do it.
Yes, sir. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure's all ours. Thanks for joining us. It was a great show, and follow us anywhere you would like on your favorite podcast, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and of course on our YouTube, or subscribe to our own channel.